Oh no! Da, 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 I'm getting confused. Da, da, da. What have I got? What is these? Here we go.
Mayonnaise.
Da, 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 da. HoBNews, brought to you this week by Hellman's Vegan Mayo.
Yeah.
No eggs, no dairy. Welcome, Will.
Thank you,
to
Jack.
HoBNews.
Thank you.
It's cold. It's freezing. We've got. How many layers have you got on?
About 8.
Yeah,
no, exactly.
collectively,
5.
I think we've got about 15
Yeah.
put together. We have got so much to talk to you. If I look in the wrong place, we haven't got as many cameras as usual. Usually mine's over there, so if I keep looking over there, excuse me. Let's kick off with the people who are we're partnering with, essentially, or
Yes.
people are collecting for us. So we've mentioned before HoMove,
Yes.
Mike and Rachel.
Michael Rachel.
Well, Rachel and an elf.
Yes. Singing elf.
Yeah, a mining elf.
Oh.
Every day, Mike is putting up for HoMove an idea for a reverse advent calendar, keeping everybody updated with that. That's fantastic. Stafford Performing Arts.
Yes. Steve Glover.
Steve Glover.
Thank you, sir.
As always, excellent reverse advent calendar stuff. Again, putting that all across their
There's
social media.
quite a lot of others that seem to be cropping up, which I haven't
There's
managed
people
to...
doing it independently.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant. People love the reverse advent calendars, and it really is a great, fun way to get involved in Christmas and House of Bread. I don't know why I started saying that in such corporate speak.
It's when you put something in rather than taking something out. Somebody said, what's a reverse advent calendar? I said, the word reverse is probably the clue.
My favourite bit is people start dropping them off on like the 18th and 19th, and it's like, how did you do your last few days?
Yeah, I think they started early.
But it's great because you get to think about what you're putting in each day.
Cool.
Which is the whole point of an advent calendar. So that's fantastic. UHNM, have I got those letters the right way around?
Lynn and John T.
The hospital.
Yes.
Is it Stoke Hospital?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stoke Royal Hospital, isn't it?
It is.
Yes. They have the UHNN charity, and they're helping a load of people across Staffordshire, us.
Alice Charity,
Alice Charity, we'll be mentioning them later.
A couple of others, there's a dog charity.
Dogs Trust.
Yes, Dogs Trust.
They're collecting a load of stuff. They came in and did some filming.
Yeah, it was very exciting. They did some stuff that's at the unit to show sort of background stuff, which was great. Thank you, Lynn and Jane, for being part of that. Thank you. And then they came down to the cafe, so that will be posted across social media.
So keep a look out for that. But that's really great.
And they're dropping the stuff up on the 21st, so we'll do another little bit update. But thank you, because that was really exciting. Good professional cameraman.
And also BBC Radio Stoke.
Oh yes,
Make
Lee.
a Difference this Christmas.
Yes.
Will was on the breakfast show with Lee Bakeman
this morning.
This morning. I don't know when this video is going up, but
it was
in the week.
Yeah.
I might pop up. Well, if you go down under this video on Facebook, you'll see the link to that, and you can hear Will not answering. Your phone line dropped out, didn't it? But then you got you back.
But it was really good because it was all about, they're doing a whole week's feature about homelessness, and it's
they're supporting a lot of charities across Staffordshire as well, like UHNM.
Yeah, and it was good because they had an interview from one of our friends who's been supported by us, and then I should have been in, but somehow something happened, and then the news happened, and I had a chat. But it was about the awareness and stuff that we all talk about all the time about it. But thank you, Sarah, for making all that happen, and Vicky for coming to the interview, and Lee, of course, who's on the breakfast show.
Oh, and Mark, who was interviewed from here.
Yeah, all very
great.
good.
Definitely worth listening to. Mark's story is tough, but a really typical example of the kind of friend we support. You've got so much stuff that you haven't. Disappointment.
Yes,
we'll go for.
Yes,
disappointment, but a happy ending. Go with us on this emotional roller coaster, like Ronan Keating says.
Yeah.
Hob is a roller coaster. The Santa ride didn't happen.
No.
Ian had to make the difficult decision. Well, it wasn't difficult in the end. It was when it was scheduled for when it snowed massively, and it wasn't just in Stafford. It was all out Penkridge and all out country lanes. So the weather was atrocious. It was meant to be fun. If anybody was cycling in that, it was not going to be fun.
And did we get to over 200 Santas at once?
There was going to be 200 Santas, or I sent out a massive email saying 200 Satans. I've got a lot of correspondence back from that, saying you changed your tune, guys. It was cancelled. However, the awesome Santas, a lot of them, most of them, all of them,
pretty much
decided not to take back their entry and have donated to us anyway. So excellent twofold. We didn't have to be here when it was freezing. and we still get £2,500.
Yeah,
Will.
thank you, Ian. It's fantastic work. We love it to bits. We did miss it, and then roll on next year. But yeah, it was fantastic. So disappointing, but really awesome.
Gutted. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. I've had a couple of emails from Santas who were going to ride who said they're gutted they couldn't do it, but they've got some extra donations.
Brilliant.
But they've all donated their entrance fee. Really awesome.
Could I just a quick shout out to the Archer Trust?
Good acting.
Thank you very much. And I mention you particularly because you've been very kind in fulfilling our application through your process. Very straightforward. It's really easy to use, and you've supported us probably for the last 2 years, and that's really, really helpful. And that's not always the way I find with trusts. Sometimes it's a hit or a miss, and then we don't get back to them.
Yeah, it's lovely because a lot of trusts you can apply once, you can't apply again, whatever.
So thank you,
yeah,
guys.
it's lovely.
Yeah, supporting other food banks.
Yeah, so a big part of what you guys have achieved at home with all your donations over the past year and a bit, we've said this over and over again, so watch back videos. When the lockdown hit, you guys went nuts with your donations when there was food back on the shelves. Do you remember that? Gosh, empty shelves ages ago, no toilet paper. Went through a lot of boxes that month. You guys donated such a massive amount of food that we put out a call to any other food banks who needed support to get in touch with us because we had loads of surplus. We have been supporting so many, 5, 6 other local food banks as well as others out there across Stoke.
Yeah, we're going to Stoke to drop off a couple of food bags out. You're doing something in Cannock.
Yeah.
There's Chase Chase.
That's Cannock.
School, that's Cannock. Okay.
Showing
Chase
your
Academy.
geography skills there, Will.
Yeah, which is another food bank.
Betraying
Starting at a
your
school. So that's probably 5, 6. Incredible.
And it's fantastic. And what that means is you are feeding the people of Stafford.
Yeah.
And you're also feeding the people of Staffordshire. And everybody we say this to, people are donating it into Asda, people are making those donations, are going, do you know what? I really want to help the people in Stafford, but also I can feel proud that I am feeding people elsewhere. And some of it is not always the food that we use. So, for example, Stoke, the demographic is very different.
Yeah.
So where people get short on donations if they're helping a specific minority, we get stuff in like lentils
chickpeas.
and chickpeas, stuff that people in Stafford don't necessarily want to eat on the whole, people in Stoke can use. So that's really great. Cool. So yeah, fantastic. That is all your fault, guys. So well done. That's really amazing.
Just a quick shout out to Father Danny. Thank you at St Mary's in Stafford. The Christmas tree festival, which normally happens every year, hasn't happened for a couple of years, but they've chosen to do just 10 representative trees.
We were the select few.
And we were one of the trees. So one of the selected trees. So thank you, Eden, and all the guys and girls doing Crafty Hands. That was fantastic, particularly James.
Well, it's fantastic, isn't it? Because we thought the tree was going to be one size.
Yeah,
turns out it was twice that size. So we've had more fun making twice as
more
many
decorations than we need. So some people have been contacting us wanting to support a family's Christmas.
So why this has come up is obviously last year they cancelled Christmas on us.
Yeah.
And we couldn't open up here. And what we usually do is we have the Christmas meal available for everybody. People can come along. Because that didn't happen, and because it was during a pandemic, pretty difficult year, as this will be, we did Christmas in a box, didn't we, Will? We delivered it, people could open it up and have Christmas Day with crackers, it had all the food, it had presents, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Now, the pickle we've got into now is because everybody loved that, and we loved being able to do it, there are still those families out there this year, but we are also open here. So we've given ourselves double the work, but it's House of Bread. We love helping as many people as possible. We've already had people saying that they'd like to sponsor Christmas in a Box for families, Will.
So I think I've got 5 at the moment. So we're looking around at the families that we could provide and match to. And it's very much about matching with the person who wants to gift the money, which is then used to purchase different things. So yeah, I'm just really wanted to shout out what a great idea. We're happy to do it. And it's something that will really, really work, because in spite of things, there are a lot of families that will be staying at home. And so therefore, it's still a viable thing. So.
If you want to sponsor a family this Christmas, get in touch at the email below. These are meant to be short videos. This is going to be super long again. I'll try and cut it down.
Do you want to mention
the last thing we're going to say, that's it, but the last thing we want to say is just a heads up, and we'll keep repeating this. The little blue tokens you get in Tesco that you can put in the different charities? We will be one of those charities in January till March.
We'll mention it again.
We will mention it every week until then, and including then. So get ready with your blue tokens and get ready to pop them in our little gap. But anybody else we're up against, I don't like that, but everybody deserves it. So if you want to put it in ours, lovely. If you don't, go and put it in somebody else's. It's not a problem. Awesome.
Exhausting. I mean, it's just
I told
amazing.
you we had
isn't
stuff
it?
to talk about when we came back with HoBNews.
I know. It's just amazing. That
One other last thing. We have, if you're watching this and didn't get my email, on the 10th of December we were going to have a volunteer awards night.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a Christmas party.
Yeah.
We're taking responsibility and we're not having a Christmas party.
Yeah.
There'll be no wine, there'll be no cheese, there'll be no nothing. So we have postponed that, but that will happen next year. Thank you, Will, for joining me. We're not Ant and Dec, are we? Thank you very much, as always, for watching, for donating, for liking, for sharing. It really does make a difference. Most of the stuff we've done there is, like I said earlier, your guys' fault for being awesome. We shall see you next time. Thank you very much again for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.